Hello, fellow Bears fans. It's time once again for that time of year is upon us again, and it's time to once again start my Bears video blog. So, welcome to my 2014 Bears video blog season preview. Obviously, last season ended very disappointingly. Left a sour taste in our mouth, losing the last game of the season to miss the playoffs. It was winning, you're in; losing, you're out. And an even sour taste in our mouth, considering that it was a loss to the Green Bay Packers, allowing them into the playoffs and knocking us out of the playoffs. A lot of pardon due to just the defensive injuries we had all year, bad defensive play, and that last play, of course, that cost us everything. Conte not getting the audible call from Lance Briggs. He didn't hear it, and honestly, I'm surprised to see Chris Conte on the team this year. I'd have preferred not to. He's not a very good safety. He's not the greatest safety in the world. He makes some great plays here and there, but in the end, he makes too many boneheaded plays that cost us games and cost us a big game there. But enough about last year. We're on to this year, and very excited for this year. Second year in the Mark Trestman offense. It was a success last year, setting records with net yards on offense, 6,109, and 52 touchdowns, also a franchise record. Second year in the system should be better. Hopefully Cutler stays healthy all year, and we should see big numbers once again. All 11 starters on offense returning from last year, with some additions in the receiving game as well. Let's take a look at the position-by-position breakdown of our depth chart. Quarterback, obviously, Jay Cutler, number one. Brought in Jimmy Clausen to compete with Jordan Palmer for the backup QB spot. Clausen did play very well. Probably, I wasn't too excited about the signing of Clausen, but he might be another McCown, a product of the Mark Trestman offense. Obviously, you've seen McCown in Tampa Bay hasn't been playing very well in that offense over there. Clausen's been playing well, and they do call Trestman the quarterback whisperer. He did outplay Jordan Palmer. Rookie David Fales, third string. Very rare that the Bears keep three quarterbacks on their active 53-man roster, but Fales did come in and make the team, and he played very well. When given the opportunity, had a good training camp and made the team, so we're carrying three quarterbacks to start. Move over to the running back position. Matt Forte, obviously. Rookie Kadeem Carey is going to be the second. Sean Drone, who we signed in the offseason, is going to be third. And then Senior Ace Perry is going to be the fourth running back. Fullback, we're running with one fullback, same as last year, Tony Fiametta. Very solid blocker, and he can get it done. He can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's very powerful, can get a short yardage if need be. Move on to the wide receiver position. Obviously, wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, we all know. Going to be Marshall and Alshon Jeffrey. It was looking like coming into the season that Marquise Wilson was going to get his shot at being the number 3. Unfortunately, a broken collarbone has set him back. We ended up cutting Eric Weems midway through preseason. He hadn't had any catches, a fumble on kick return. Brought in Santonio Holmes midway through the preseason. So far, he's looked good. He's always been a solid number 3 receiver anywhere he's been. Pittsburgh, he was good. So he's older. He's not as fast. He's not as good as he used to be, but he'll be a solid number 3 behind Marshall and Jeffrey. Josh Morgan's going to be number 4 wide receiver, and Michael Spurlock's going to start the season, it sounds like, at kick return and as our 5th wide. Santonio Holmes will also be the primary punt returner to start the season. That is one big thing we're going to be missing in the return game this year. It goes without saying, we will miss Devin Hester. I do wish Devin all the best in Atlanta, and knowing that one day when he does decide to retire, he's going to sign a one-day contract with Chicago Bears and retire as a Chicago Bear where he started it all off. So that's always nice to know. Move over to tight end position. Looks a little bit different this year. Martellus Bennett still the starter, but then you got young Matthew Mulligan in there, and also Dante Rosario is your third. Look at the offensive line. Same starters as last year returning. Left tackle Jermon Bushrod, left guard Matt Slauson, center Roberto Garza, right guard Kyle Long, and Jordan Mills was hurt all preseason long. Luckily, it does sound like he's ready to go week 1, so we definitely look forward to that. So we're going to move over now to the defensive side of the ball. And this was our problem area last year. On the defensive side of the ball was definitely our problem area. A lot had to do with injuries. DJ Williams getting hurt. Paya was banged up. Tillman got banged up. Ended up having a couple another linebacker go down as well, which left us with 2 rookies starting in Bostic and Kasheem Green. Neither were ready to start. Bostic, it does sound like this year, will be splitting reps at middle linebacker with DJ Williams getting the call in running situations, and Bostic getting the call in mainly passing situations. Also, in addition, last year, not in addition player-wise, but in addition position change-wise, Shea McClellan's going to move from defensive end to linebacker. With his speed and athleticism, he's probably a lot better coming off standing up than he is coming out of the three-point stance around the corner. Other key additions, we added a lot to the defensive line. Went out, got Jared Allen in free agency. Heck of a signing. Excited about that. We got rid of Peppers, let him go. He was just going to be really expensive. The Packers were willing to pay him the $20 million. We weren't. We got Jared Allen for about $12 million. About $8 million less than what we would have had to pay Julius Peppers, and it was just that's more worth it. Also went out in the offseason, added Willie Young, added Lamar Houston, 2 very good defensive ends additions. Also added to the defensive line were the drafts of Ego Ferguson, which will back up Stephen Paya at nose tackle, and Will Sutton at defensive tackle behind Jeremiah Ratliff. Both rookies there. Very excited about them. Also, at defensive end, Trevor Scott behind Jared Allen. Willie Young is behind Lamar Houston. On the depth chart, David Bass is the 3rd left defensive end, and Cornelius Washington's the 3rd right defensive end. Kept 6 defensive ends on the 53-man roster. Then you go to weak side linebacker, Lance Briggs, Kasheem Green. Middle linebacker, DJ Williams, Jonathan Bostic. Like I said before, sounds like they're going to be splitting reps this year. Strong side linebacker, Shea McClellan moves into the linebacker role this year with Christian Jones backing him up. Left and right cornerback, Tim Jennings and Charles Tillman. However, Kyle Fuller is behind Tim Jennings at left cornerback, but I have heard rumors that they're planning on starting Kyle Fuller at corner opposite Charles Tillman, and Tim Jennings is going to play a nickel, which really isn't a demotion to Tim Jennings either way, or even if Kyle Fuller plays nickel, it doesn't matter. The Bears run a lot of nickel packages and pass plays, and even run some nickel and running plays, so they're both going to get the playing time. Also behind Kyle Fuller is DeMonte Hurst. Behind Charles Tillman, Sherry McManus, Kelvin Hayden. Strong safety is looking like right now it's looking like the starters at safety are going to be Ryan Mundy and Danny McCray, with Chris Conti at strong safety backing up Ryan Mundy and Brock Vereen backing up Danny McCray, but I actually have heard that Brock Vereen might be the starter there. The depth chart hasn't been totally decided for week 1, but that's what it's looking like as I'm looking at it right now. A lot of additions to this defense. Clearly, it didn't look very good that in the preseason, especially the dress rehearsal for the regular season against Seattle. We gave up a lot of points there, not very good. However, this many movements, this many new players coming in, it's going to take him time to gel, and luckily, week 1, we get a chance to play against a very weak offense in Buffalo. E.J. Manuel hasn't looked very good at all. The Buffalo offense has just looked stagnant. So, maybe a big game against them with some of these new acquisitions coming in could be a huge confidence booster to this defense, get them rolling in the right direction, get them to gel. I definitely am more excited about this. Definitely am excited about this new revamped defense. Hope they can get it done. I'm going to move on into my prediction for this year. Like I said, very excited about the offense, excited about the revamped defense. Definitely they focused on some safeties in the offseason. They focused on D-line. 2 of our main problems, get letting the run, allowing too many rushing yards for the season per game, allowing too many deep balls. The safeties, just Major Wright and Chris Conte, just were not the answer back there. So definitely excited about it. My prediction for this year for the Bears, I'm gonna go 12-4, but a possibility of 11-5, maybe even 10-6. But I definitely see us finishing 11-5, 12-4, winning the division this year. Especially if Cutler stays healthy and all the defense stays. Obviously, not everybody's going to stay healthy all season long. It just doesn't happen in football. But that's my season preview for this year. Definitely very excited. Can't wait until Sunday. Get this thing rolling. You can look for my Week 1 preview, Bills at Bears, on Friday evening, Saturday morning to afternoon. Anywhere from Friday evening to Saturday afternoon, I will have my Week 1 preview up. So definitely excited for the season. Here we go, 2014. Go Bears, bear down.